When I wear clothes, I feel like a different person. Like, I feel confident. I feel like I can do anything. Like, I make my ex jealous, stuff like that. I can see that. Right. Yes.
What's up, guys? We're back. It's the Best of Midland Texas podcast, where we interview local business owners, entrepreneurs, and personalities. If that's your thing, well, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. What else?
Turn on those notifications.
Smash that like button, as the 20-year-olds say. We got an amazing guest today. We've got yet another super successful, busy female entrepreneur who's crushing it in the game. Her name is Kayla Kouture, and she owns Kayla Kouture Women's Boutique in Midland, Texas. Kayla, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And who do we have with you?
This is Jordan. She's my store manager.
Hi, Jordan.
/ assistant.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being able to take some time today and talk with us and let everybody know how you got into the entrepreneurial game and started your boutique, because it's super popular.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So let's just get into it.
Okay.
So I saw online that you graduated from Texas Tech.
Yes.
Right? With a degree in biology.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, so how does essentially a scientist turn into a women's boutique owner? Like, how did that path come about?
I didn't even expect it to come about. It was just, honestly, the way to explain it was just made for me. Basically, I went to Texas Tech, graduated in 2018.
Okay.
My whole life, I was only shown that you literally have to be a dentist, a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, or that was like the thing to be successful. Everything else was like a hobby, basically. And my dad's a doctor, so that's kind of how I got into it. All his friends are doctors, everything like that. So it was kind of just something I fell into, and it wasn't bad. It was just the only thing I knew.
Right.
So graduated and literally came back to Odessa. Like, it just hit me. Like, this is not what I want to do. Like, I don't love it. Like, I basically started, I was going to apply to nursing school. That was like the plan.
Okay.
Obviously, my grades just weren't there to become a doctor. Like, that was just not even in the cards for me. So I was like, okay, I'll do nursing. So I missed the nursing deadline. That was just out.
Oh, okay.
So it was just, nothing was working out, in this like plan that was set for me. So I started working with my mom. She has a school in Odessa.
Okay.
It's actually a private school, doing like teaching assistant, stuff like that. And then also applying to like jobs in the oil field. I did get a job in the oil field at one point. I think I did it for like maybe 2 months. And I was just like,
what were you doing?
Like sales. It was just, but it wasn't for me. I was just doing it just because, I was like,
That's what you do out here.
Right. You just like, it's trial and error. So I was working, I was applying to jobs, everything, and nothing was just working out for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with all this. Like, I need to do something that I really enjoy. Like, I'm young, why not? So I've always been into social media, trends, fashion, everything like that. We've always like traveled like as a family since I was really young, and been to like New York, like LA, and I've always like forced my parents to like take me to this boutique, take me here. Okay. Like, I want to go see all these stores. But like in the back of my head, I was never like, oh, I want to own a boutique. I just thought it was something like I really loved.
Sure, you just love fashion.
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can like really try this. I have a lot of faith, so I felt like God was really speaking to me like, you need to try this. Like, I literally, as soon as I got that thought and like I felt God was speaking to me, I literally started doing research literally every single day for like, I think maybe like a month. So I was like, I'm going to save up money and then I'm going to start this. Like, I don't care what anyone says, So I kind of was doing it without telling anyone. My parents are really like traditional, and like telling them something like that would be like really crazy. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this, save money, and then like start off with a few things. I kind of knew I had to get like my LLC, like, EIN, all that stuff. I did research. So it's not really expensive to start, but you do need a good amount to start.
Of inventory.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
So I was like, well, this is what I can start with. I started off with like maybe 10 items, like a collection, my first collection.
Okay.
So I think it was like jeans, like maybe a shirt, a dress, and a skirt. Like, it was just a few things. I had a rack, literally one rack. My mom was my first customer. And after that, I started selling to like friends. I started posting on social media, and literally after that, it was just
took off.
History.
Yeah.
So was your idea to just start with an online store? Was that, or you were
Yes.
like, I'm going to open up a store?
I was planning on just selling online, which I don't know how I was going to do that. I had no business plan or anything, no experience in business, fashion, anything like that. I mean, I went to school for biology, so
So no marketing experience?
nothing.
No retail experience?
No, nothing.
Okay, all right. You were just like,
I never worked at a retail store, clothing store, boutique, anything.
Wow.
Everything I did was literally, I would go work like in a doctor's office or like shadowing doctors all day, like stuff like that. So I literally didn't know anything, but I think subconsciously I did know because I've seen my parents do it. They're both entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So, but like, it was never a thing like, oh, you're going to go start your business. Like, it was just in me, I guess.
you go to school all 4 years. Your father is a doctor.
Yes.
Were your parents like, wait,
They were like, what are you doing?
Okay.
What are you doing? Like, basically, I lived with my mom at the time. My mom had just started her school the same year I started my store, and she had an extra room in her downtown in Odessa, and I was like, please let me use this room so I was going to use it as an office. Of course, I wasn't planning on opening a store or anything, but my mom, she's kind of more like understanding, like, she's more like artistic. Like, I'm kind of creative. She kind of understood where I was coming from, but she was like, as long as you're doing this and you have your degree. So, like, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Okay,
but my dad was definitely not a fan.
Sure.
But he's learned to love it now, so.
Wow.
I think it says a lot that as a fresh college graduate, you were able to go, I just need to do something that makes me happy.
Yes.
That like inspires me and fulfills
Right.
me, because so many kids, like I say
can't.
kids, but like young adults,
They don't teach you that.
yeah, and they try to like do that corporate path and then they end up
Right.
miserable, and it's not until they're
Exactly.
like at our age, like in our 40s, very, very early 40s.
Very
that they're
It's never
like,
too late, but it's
Yeah.
always good to start early.
Yeah.
I can tell that she like loves it. She loves being there like every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people grow up and they're like, okay, I have to go down this certain path. Some of them end up not liking it. They're in a job they hate. You know what I mean? They're miserable.
Or they're just like indifferent about it,
Right.
kind of like going with the flow, and like then they
Going
have
through
like
the motions.
hobbies. Yeah.
versus, just having something you're super passionate about. Happiness beats out salary
Right.
every single day of the
Absolutely.
week.
Yeah.
You can make more money. You know what I mean? You're not going to go from something that's miserable and all of a sudden you love it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you closed the Odessa store.
Yes.
And opened up the Midlands.
So there was another store
Okay.
before. So there was a lot. There was a lot of growth, but everything happened so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I started in 2019. I was at the school till 2020, and then so every year it was like a new store. I really wanted a mall spot.
Why is that?
Traffic. I think
traffic?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
like guaranteed traffic. Even like in a
Yeah.
shopping center, you're not guaranteed traffic. And even now that we're in the mall, there's traffic all day long. But I still am so serious about social media. Like, I don't care if we have thousands of foot traffic. We still need to be posting on social media. Like, I don't care.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
The Permian Basin is unique, and that malls are still very much a thing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because, the people in the mall, they're already they came to the mall to shop.
To shop and
They're
to spend
already
money.
in the shopping
Right.
mindset.
Actually, the mall manager approached me out of nowhere, and I was like, "This is too good to pass up."
And you have your own separate entrance too, right? From the
Yes.
parking lot, right?
Yeah, we're outside,
Okay.
so it's really nice.
Yeah, it's like even more convenient.
It was like literally made for me. I mean, we're right next to Ulta. We're at the front. You can see our store from the loop.
It's perfect for the person who doesn't want to go into the mall to deal with
Exactly.
like the mall traffic.
Yeah, because we already have like our clients that really come to us just already.
Yeah.
So they don't want to have to like walk through the mall and stuff like that.
Yeah, they can go pick up their lip gloss at Ulta.
Exactly.
Get their outfit for the night.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
next to Ulta, I feel like you couldn't have picked a better neighbor.
Oh my gosh!
right? It's like
right. It was like literally made for me.
How would you describe the Kayla Kouture client? Like, who is she? Like, what's her style?
But I feel like Kayla Kouture is like almost a movement. I feel like it's so beyond myself at this point. Like, people come in and they'll be like, when I wear clothes, I feel like a different person. Like, I feel confident. I feel like I can do anything. Like, I make my ex jealous, stuff like that. I can see that. Yes. If you see someone out and they're just like dressed to the T, she's probably dressed in Kayla Kouture.
this is the most like Vegas-y style.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
for
That
sure.
I've seen in town.
And
It
it-
reminds me of
Yeah.
every night out at the nightclub. I'm going like, okay, these must be
Vegas.
Kayla Kouture.
Oh, and we are the number one stop for Vegas, people that are going to Vegas.
Oh, yes.
Literally every week it's like, I'm
Vacation
going to
clothes.
Vegas, I'm going to Vegas, I'm going to Cancun, going
going to Vegas.
And people in Midland love going to Vegas.
Oh my
100%.
gosh,
Yes.
yeah. Imagine taking that risk. I mean, we're in West Texas where
Very
everything's
conservative.
so conservative,
Yeah.
everything's really Western. I was like, is anyone going to like this? Like, am I the only one that likes this style? Like, I can't be the only one, you know?
No.
I found out that there's many more.
Turns
It's
out.
an underserved market. Yeah.
For sure.
But you've got even, I mean, just lounging around. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Accessories.
Everything.
We try to be the one-stop shop for, you know, going out on vacation, swimwear, just loungewear, dresses, party dresses,
Yeah.
jeans, casual workwear, literally anything, the shoes, everything.
Okay. So give us a little day in the life of being a, you know, boutique owner. Like, what's it like?
Oh my God, it's stressful. I'm stressed 24/7. I literally blowing up her phone 24/7, her trying to calm me
Yes.
down every day. Like, even 4 years later, I'm stressed out every single day. Like, because I want more. Like, I'm not satisfied even here. I want to do way more.
Just
than
getting
this.
just
started.
beginning.
Yeah, for sure. So 24/7, I'm thinking about how can we grow this business? What can we do? Email marketing, SMS marketing, social media. We need to be everywhere. We need to be on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, everywhere. Like, because that's how we started out. You know, we didn't have like a brick and mortar in the mall. I had to do whatever I could to get my business in front of a new audience.
Yeah.
And just so people are aware, like, you have the store, but you also have, I mean, you have a whole website, you have an app.
Oh, yeah.
even,
Everything.
Right? Like, so,
wow.
like,
my gosh.
how are you juggling like that
When
all
do
day?
you sleep?
Yeah, exactly.
Never. So I'm off on weekends, but I'm not really off.
Sure.
I'm still there in spirit, and I have my computer with me at all times. I feel like it's literally, you have to be obsessed. Like, in order to want more, you have to be obsessed. You can't be complacent. I feel like if someone were in the spot that I was, they'd be like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I made it, or like I did it.
Right.
And I'm
And
just
now I
like,
can just sit back and relax.
yeah, no,
but you
there's
can't.
always something to do. Facebook and Instagram are always, literally every day, they're updating their settings and like new ways to like get in front of customers and like shops and like ads. And it's literally a never ending game of like getting your brand in front of people.
I mean, you have Jordan, who's your store manager, right?
Yes.
But like,
Pray for her.
you don't have like a marketing team or
No.
agency or anything like that. You're just
It's literally
us two.
Yeah. I trained her on like all social media, email marketing, everything.
speaking about social media. I'm curious, like, you know, with the shift to video, vertical video first, like, do you have a preference right now, or what's your bread and butter? Like, if you had to choose tomorrow, and it was like Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, what's the most successful for you, at least right now?
I saw this thing yesterday. I think there was like a glitch on Instagram the other day, and like someone was like, if Instagram, TikTok, if social media got shut down, what would you do? Where would all your customers be?
Yeah.
And I always say your email subscribers are your most important, because we couldn't, maybe something would happen to Instagram tomorrow. We wouldn't have it. How are we going to market?
Right.
Even though I do have a brick and mortar, still, I don't care. Like, I still need that person to come back. It's a matter of, this person can come in one time, but are they going to come back? That's
Right.
what's going to really,
Yeah.
your
It's
returning
remarketing, yeah, for
right.
sure.
Your returning customers are your bread and butter, and that's what's going to keep your business going.
And you spend less money to keep them coming back. I try to
Yeah.
preach this nonstop, and people are like, you know, because email isn't quote unquote sexy.
right, no.
Right. And you said you use text message marketing,
We
which
do
is even
use-
better.
Right. And
than
then we
email.
have an app, so we send out app notifications every day. So every day we have
Those
literally,
push notifications, or
yeah, they'll get you.
All right. So if you're a young entrepreneur looking to build a boutique, you listen to Kayla right now, okay?
Yeah.
Because she's got every single angle covered
yeah.
and probably looking for more.
Oh, yeah.
Being somebody who essentially lives on YouTube, I saw you have your own YouTube channel. You're
Yes.
a fashion lifestyle YouTuber. Just crazily, I came across one of your videos that said, it was titled, "My Strict Mexican Mom Rates My Scandalous Outfits."
Oh, my goodness.
Right? And I was like, all right, I guess I'll click it. And I only
That's a
watched...
great title.
Right?
It was really
It
solid.
worked, right? I
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
view. I got the view.
I probably only watched like 30 seconds or something.
Right. I bet.
But can you tell us a little bit about that video? And your mom
Yeah.
was hilarious in it, so I was like,
Oh my gosh. We need a part two. Comment on this and tell everyone we need a part
I'll
two.
remind
Part
her.
Yeah.
two. Part two.
Yeah, no, I think it was a trend at the time, and I thought it would just be funny because, you know, we're in like a conservative town, so
yeah.
I like to go against the grain and just be like rebellious.
We'll link the video
Yeah.
in the description, but they're scandalous. I mean, it
Yeah.
was like basically see-through clothes.
Yeah, fishnets.
Yeah, they were see-through. I mean, like I said,
And that's why you only watched 30
Yeah,
seconds.
for the-
You were like, oh my God, this is so offensive.
for the 30 seconds I watched, that's what I remember.
You were like
Yeah.
shielding your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, wow. Came out in the first outfit. You know, your mom's sitting there, and she comes out, and I thought your mom was going to be like, you are not wearing that outside,
Yeah.
right? And she was like, depends on where you're wearing it, and it could possibly be shorter. And even you were like, I could tell you were like,
What, shorter?
yeah. So I thought it was hilarious, but yeah, check out that video.
Yes.
I'm assuming that, like, you know,
What you should do it with your dad.
Right, I know. I told him, I said, my mom's video got more views than your video. He said, well, I can't imagine why.
So were those the type of outfits that you can get at Kayla Kouture?
Yes,
Okay.
we did. I actually have changed it a little bit. We're a little bit more, I don't know how to explain it.
Covered up?
Conservative now, a little bit.
Toned down.
But a little toned down. But people still do ask for that stuff. They love it. And I think that's what makes us Kayla Kouture.
Yeah.
We're different and we don't care. I think what body confidence and women confidence is really important, and not to care what other people think, and just to be you in your own skin and be unapologetic.
Speaking about your dad, he's a very accomplished businessman in his own right.
Yes.
And you did a video where you interviewed him. Mm-hmm. Did he give you any sort of business advice when you were opening up your store?
So, like I said earlier, he wasn't too much of a fan. And I think it's all out of love. I think before I didn't really understand it, but now I see it. We actually had this conversation like last week, and he's like, well, what would you tell your kid, like, if they wanted to do something like that? Like, and I was like, I would tell them to do what makes you happy. And he was like, would you really say that though? And then I went and had that same conversation with my mom, and I'm like, you know what? I think he's right. Like now, like 4 years later, I'm like, he's right. If I had a kid, I would still want them to go to college, get a degree, get an education. And before, I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, he doesn't want me to do this. Like out of,
he just wants me to like follow this path.
But it's out of love, I think. And if I had my own kids now, it would be like, oh yeah, you're going to college, like for sure. And then after that, if you find something that you love, then you can do that, but you need that education.
You can have that degree to fall back on.
Right.
How much do you have to play around with like what's in style right now versus what you would like to push a little bit?
So I try to do like 80% stuff that is going to sell, and then a little bit of fun stuff, like going out stuff or stuff that might be a little bit different. Right.
Gotcha.
But at this point, I kind of know what everybody likes. They like to go out. They like to travel.
What are some of your best sellers like right now?
Right now, I would say like dresses. Our holiday dresses are really, I feel like people really come to us for like parties, concerts, festivals.
Have you set any sort of goals for 2023 for you in the store?
There's been a pattern in the past 4 years. We've had a new location every year, so it's only right. It's time.
Are you dropping a Best of Midland Texas hot take exclusive to your movie?
You heard it here first.
They're just opening up their own 5-story building here in downtown.
Literally. I want to continue that and open up in another Simon Mall, like in Dallas. There's a ton of malls in Dallas that I'm going for, so it's already in the air and it's already
to be continued.
Yeah.
What kept you coming back instead of like moving away to an Austin or a Dallas or something like that?
Right. I think West Texas was my foundation.
Okay.
And even if I do open up a store, I always want to keep this store because it's where I started, and it's where, people started to really love the brand and really grew it. Everybody here that has like tagged us on social media, they're the reason that we are what we are now. People always ask me, how do you still live here? Why do you still live here? And I'm like, this is where I started.
I never in a million years thought I would come back here. Like, that just was not on my mind. Being back here has been the best, and now I can't imagine like living anywhere else.
We're coming up on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You have the website. Do you have any special codes or anything going on that the listeners can use and
yes,
buy some new scandalous outfits?
Oh yeah, we got you. All your scandalous outfits, everything. The code is Black Friday 80. You can use it at checkout on our app and in store. But we are opening at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Dang.
So come check us out. We're going to have a ton of sales going on.
Check out the website below.
So you guys can shop with us in store or online or on our app. You can download it in the App Store for iOS and Android. We're open 7 days a week from 10 to 8 p.m. during the week, and then 10 to 9 on weekends.
Even on Sunday?
Sunday, 12 to 6.
Okay. I was about to say.
Kayla and Jordan, thank you so much for being here today. Also, we're going to link your YouTube. Check out Kayla's YouTube. Check out the video where she pranked fired Jordan.
Part 2?
Oh.
No, please. I can't handle another heartbreak.
Your face was hilarious. The prank was, I think you had gone out to lunch or something. You come back and basically Kayla's like, that last guest or the last shopper was like, you said that she was fat. You said that you messed up the money. You said she doesn't look good in that. And Jordan's face was like, I didn't say any of that stuff.
Like it was a real prank?
Yes, I really did.
I was just shook because I'm like the nicest person.
She is.
I'm so nice to everybody.
You're mean.
I know. I had to do it for the views.
I probably would have started crying.
She's never been like that with me. So at a certain moment, I was like, wait, where is the camera?
It's a good one.
People loved it.
We'll link your YouTube below and go check out Kayla Kouture. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.